Hi everyone, I'm Rusty Dog. We're back with CMS2018 Car Mechanic Simulator, and as you can see we have a couple of cars on the stands waiting to be done. Now I am itching to get going with the McLaren, but I have this one to do which has been here for a little while, and it does need doing. Now before we get going on this, I don't know why I've got some weird grating there. I did play with some options, but I've got to put that back. Actually it looks quite cool. We have some unfinished business, guys. The Nissan GTR is done. Engine is rebuilt. Everything is ready. The car is finished. I did excuse me. I did change the paint. It was matte purple. Now it's not. It's still purple. It's just chrome. Chrome purple, 22-inch rims. But it looks weird because you can't change the size of the brake discs in this game, which would be nice. So it's the same brake disc for every car, and it doesn't matter whether it's a small family hatchback with, smallish brakes, or a car like this, which should have disc brakes the size of dinner plates. They're all the same size, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why we can't have this option to do this. So the car looks really weird because I've got the GTR looks weird because I've got some big rims on it, lower profile tires, 5-spoke wheels, 5 or 6 I think it is, maybe 6-spoke, and really tiny disc brakes, which in reality just wouldn't stop the car with that kind of power. So anyway, let's take a look. You want to see the Nissan? It's to my right. Here it is. Check this out. I also changed the carbon bonnet for a colored one so I could color it in the same color as the car. So you can see it's also chrome purple. We have the rear plate of Snake. This car's got no exhaust on it for some reason. That's one of the things it does have missing. And also look at the wheels here. Look at the brakes. They're just tiny. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose they'd have to change how the caliper looks as well. So if we sit inside, it's typical GTR. It's your normal, it's what you'd expect. It's a computer on wheels, basically, this thing. But yeah, we got some bigger wheels on, smaller, low-profile tires, and it's been dynoed. We have had performance parts on this. Now I think I'm going to show you that in a second. I think I bought this car at the junkyard for about 21,000. I think it was. I should have checked back on the live stream, but I think it was around $21,000. It might not have been though. But anyway, look at the car value today. 221,000 with a restoration of 44. That gives me 265,600 to sell this car. And these are the new dyno figures. It's not a lot of power for a car like this. Oh, I've just noticed I've changed everything to metric, and now the torque has gone into pounds-foot instead of newton meters. It's because I wanted the and the mileage look, 34,000. It's because I wanted the 0 to 60 to be done in miles per hour on the track. I'm used to seeing these in newton meters, but this is around what? I think it's in the 400s. This 425, something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't taken it to the track yet, but we're going to do that right now. And then we'll get started on the other car, which I think we should do the Shelby, really. Alright, so let's see if this is in miles an hour, because I want the 0 to 60. unless it's going to give me 0 to 62, which is what 0 to 100 kilometers an hour translates to. It's 62 miles an hour. Oh, it does say 60. I wonder if it's actually been changed though, or if the 0 to 60 time on there is actually 62, which would make a difference. Now, it does have full performance parts, but it doesn't have a lot of power. It didn't have the correct power in the first place. I mean, when this car started, its stock engine, it's got about the same power as my BMW, which in reality is not the case. This car's got a lot more power. A lot. But yeah. Anyway, here we go. Nice launch, nice getaway. This car's got a great launch control in real life. 0 to 60, 4.5. That's not fast enough. It's nowhere near quick enough for this actual car in real life. In real life, this car's doing about 3 seconds from 0 to 60. $140 miles an hour, this is it? Really? God, it's 150, yeah. Whoa. Nah. It ain't right. It ain't right, guys. It ain't right. But it looks the business. Quality Street. Wow. I suppose having it with not that much power means it's probably going to be quite drivable, and it might even break the lap record of 1 minute 34. Bear in mind, these lap times on the track are pretty much almost meaningless, because they were done, the 1 minute 34 was done in a slow car that just managed to stay on the road. All the other cars that didn't beat that time simply were overpowered and couldn't keep the traction on the road, so we couldn't set any proper lap times with them. And I can only use either a game controller or keys, but I don't have the game controller set up for it. So let's see what this will do. Oh, damn. Restart. That was a bad getaway. That looked very controlled getaway. It's how it breaks into this corner. In reality, this car is all-wheel drive, I think, or four-wheel. I think all-wheel. No, four-wheel, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's one of those. If it stays on the road under control, it should smash 1 minute 34 and be the fastest car around the track. Okay, I messed up there, but that was messed up from way back. About 50 meters back, I felt that was going wrong. Just try to keep the power on there. Well, here comes a new record time anyway, even with the spin. Here we go, 121. New record. So the Nissan GTR sets the new track record. Yeah, as I said, they're pretty much meaningless. Look at those brakes. It's just, those brakes look comical. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's got the brakes of a Ford Fiesta on a car like this. I'd like to flash the lights as well, but I don't think you can. Right. So, time to sell it. I already have a buyer, and I think she's going to be happy with it. So, it's all yours. We have to let her go. To her new owner. Take it easy. So now I have 500,000. Now, if you remember on the live stream, I made 1 million with this game. Well, if I sold this McLaren as is, with this empty rusty shell, I would already make over 500,000. And then, so whatever I get for this car, well, it's pure profit, isn't it, really? So, this car's going to sell for over 1 million, I'm pretty sure. Or it should. It should. But we have a Ford Shelby to do first, so... What's the actual classification on this? Let me find out. So it's classed as a Shelby GT350 GT4 with a V8 double overhead cam Coyote engine in it, producing 493 horsepower with 446 pound-feet of torque. I'm going to have to put this back to metric. My brain's used to Newton meters. It really is. So global body condition is fairly good. Frame condition is fairly good. Body parts, global parts condition 34 and interior 66. Well, the interior is easy to fix, but I want to get the engine out first. So we have, it's a V8, so there's 2 exhausts, which you'd probably expect. So this is the rear, so we'll get those out. Now this is a race car, so we will be fitting slick tires. Oh, look at this, catalytic converters. First time I've come across those, I think. So we are going to be fitting some performance parts of this, I think, and certainly we're going to be fitting slick tires. No question, we're going to be fitting slicks onto this. Just going to grab the pump and the tank. That's just to get rid of the whole rear end. Nothing else in there apart from the running gear, so let's go to gearbox. Grab the starter. Grab the gearbox. Okay, the clutch we can leave it in if we wanted to, but we may as well. We're right here, so why not? I don't think clutch parts are repairable. Normally they are not. Alright. Rims, I don't know, I might leave them as they are but paint them black and just do the car in blue with white stripes or something like that. Haven't quite decided really. So we just want to take out some of the auxiliaries, not auxiliaries, but you know, just some bits and pieces. Is that the throttle? Oh wow, what a place for it to be at. Okay, radiator out with its fans, radiator out. Brake servo must be somewhere. Hello? Brake servo? No? Did it have an ABS module? Maybe that. Maybe it was missing. Let's have a look. If I go right click, oops, let's select the engine first, right click and part mount. It either must have a brake servo or an ABS module, and I ain't seeing either. Got a fuel filter there, which I didn't remove, so it must have been missing. What's with the brakes? Surely it has to have one of each. Unless this is a mod, I think this is a mod car, is it? As opposed to a DLC? Yeah, I think so. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's a mod car. Okay, so I suppose you can expect stuff missing. Right, so we need to get the air filter out. Shouldn't there be one on the other side? Again, with a V engine, it's, you know, 2 air filters, you know, 2 air filter boxes going into each side. Maybe they were missing as well. I didn't spot that. I know I can take that off now, but I'm going to pull the engine. Right, so we are on car lift number 2. So we're going to move this to car lift number 2, or B as it's known in the trade. So we're going to pull the engine out, which we have now done. So now there shouldn't really be anything left in here apart from running gear. Correct. Okay, so let's go and put the battery on charge. Sorry, I know I'm whizzing around with the camera, and it is a little bit annoying like that. I do get that. I'm trying to, if I go really slowly. Oops. I have also turned down the mouse sensitivity and the steering sensitivity in this game from 100% to 70%. So I did do that. Right, so there she sits. It's going to have to be completely stripped down, and so let's repair what we can repair. If anything, maybe the clutch can be repaired if it's over 18% or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, you see, one clutch part was on that list, but the others were not. So let's see what was done there. Yeah, the clutch plate was able to be repaired. How's that happening? Okay, so we need a fuel tank and we need the exhaust. I'm going to put a performance exhaust on this because, yes, air filter, of course, flywheel. So what I can do, we've got the radiator fixed, we've got the radiator fan housing fixed, and the fan fixed. So we could mount the radiator right now, get it out the way, so it's not in our inventory anymore. So we can put a new radiator back in. So we'll do that, I think. Get the radiator in, all fixed. Didn't have to buy a new one. Just spent a couple of pounds fixing up the one we have. There we go. Lovely. Air filter, no point. No, there is only one air filter, look. How bizarre. I normally expect 2 on a V, but I suppose it's not. I suppose it's not obligatory. You could get away with 1, but don't you have? Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could get away with 1, couldn't you? Of course you could. Some cars have 2, I suppose, and well, some cars do have 2, and some cars don't. So, yeah, I suppose it's a choice. All right, so I'm going to pause, do a little bit of shopping, and I'm going to just get stuff. Like the fuel pump is repaired, but the fuel tank isn't, so I'm going to buy a fuel tank. We'll get that back on the car right now. I'm going to buy the clutch parts, so I don't have to do that later. And then I'm going to buy the performance exhaust, and then we'll put the exhaust back on the car, and that'll be that. And the gearbox is good as well. I don't know whether to keep that or get a performance one, because it's meant to be a race car, but again I don't want it to go crazy on the power, so maybe we should just keep it stock. I mean, I think I'm going to be keeping the McLaren stock as well, because it's supposed to perform and look in a different in its, you know, I don't want to mess with it, and also it's as a default car. You know, the McLaren F1 Le Mans is there's only like 6 of these in the world or something, I don't know, but yeah, I don't want to mess with the formula. This car's already quicker than this thing, or at least in the real world it is. This is a mod car as well, but yeah, in real life this car is just phenomenally quick. It's beautiful. Lovely BMW engine in it, and one of the best engines they ever did, I think. Just a phenomenal piece of engineering. Right, I'm going to do that shopping, and I'll see you so shortly. Alright guys, it's done. The exhaust parts have been bought. Now, it's not all performance. I fitted them on the car already. So we have the rear part, is performance. The middle part is performance. The catalytic converter is performance. But the front exhaust pipe I couldn't get in the performance shop because they are V8A, and the performance shop only had V8, so it wouldn't have fit or fitted. So these exhaust pipes are currently going nowhere. They're not fitting onto anything, obviously, because the engine is not in. And I've also replaced the clutch parts as well, so they're going to be waiting to go onto the engine. Gearbox, I'm going to keep it standard. So standard gearbox, we're going to have performance exhaust, performance pipes, and I'm assuming that this is going to have coils on it. So whether it's coils or ignition wires, whatever, it's probably going to be coils on this. Should be. Then we'll have those performance as well. Put a couple of performance camshafts in there, and I think that's probably going to be as far as we should go on it. Maybe the alternator, but I don't want to go. I'm not going to put performance pistons in, and I'm not going to go too nuts on this car. I just want to push it a little bit over. Let's see if we can have a look. 493. I'm going to break 500 horsepower, obviously. That's kind of what I want to be at. So we'll see where we are with that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is strip this engine down into its performance parts, into its component parts, and I'll repair what I can, and then I'll go shopping for the rest, so that we'll have a 100% parts ready to go and rebuild the engine. And then I'll be back. So I'm not going to put you through this, guys. I'm just going to strip this down. Strip it down, fix what I can. Anything I can't fix, I'm going to buy. Any performance parts I need, I'm going to get. And then there's going to be parts missing that I won't be able to get. Let's have a look, because I'm not quite sure how this is working, but I'm guessing. Oh yeah, here we go. Look, yeah, we've got the coils here. So we need. We're going to need 8 performance ignition coils. So I'm going to get all of those. And then I'm going to start building up the engine, and we'll take it from there. So I'll be back when I have all the parts I need in stock to rebuild this engine from scratch. See you soon. Alright, so I've been shopping. I've got all the parts that we need, so I'm going to show you those parts now. Anything with a blue header is a performance part. So we have a performance air filter. We have exhaust manifolds, fuel filter, fuel rails, ignition coils, the intake manifold, and spark plugs. I didn't go for performance alternator or power steering pump or pistons or engine heads. I didn't go with any of that. Gearbox, just normal, or clutch. So some of it's performance, some of it isn't. So we're going to get this built in time-lapse, and I might put some funky music on in the background, or maybe not funky, but just music. Let it roll. Here we go. seems the engine is complete and ready to go on the car. Just check my inventory. Fine, 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 fine. Okay, so this engine cover, I think that's going to go on with the air filter. So we need to get this back into the car. Now, why the engine stand has gone back over here, I don't know, but we're going to have to move it back. So that was a quick build, wasn't it, guys? Powered by Ford. Oops, now I need to click on the... Oh, it won't let me do it. There we go. So now we need to take the engine off. Carry it over here. Good. Luckily I ate my spinach this morning. So now what we want to do is... Oh, it won't let us install, obviously, because the car is way too high. Okay, now we can do it. Okay, in you go. And now I don't need you anymore. And now we have a fully built engine in a cronky old car. So the other bits I want to install, of course, is the air filter stuff. So we'll get the air filter on there. And there's supposed to be... Where's the box to go in it? Would you have to do it in assemble mode? Yeah. There we go. Weird. And there's no cover for... Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. It's got a... So we've installed a flat panel air filter, but yet it's got one of these ram air induction filter things, which I don't know. So we got two air filters essentially. And again, I don't know what's going on with... Oh, come on. I don't know what's going on with the... Can't even get to... Like, all it needs is a battery now. There's something missing here. No. So it looks like ABS wise it doesn't have, maybe because it's a racing car, and it obviously doesn't have servo, so yeah, we're just gonna have to leave it as it is. So let's go and pick up the battery, so at least all the engine stuff is done. Oh my god. Take the battery and then we will install that. And now one final thing on the engine, just for completion's sake, is to just put the oil in, and then all we need to do now is change the running gear, do the bodywork and the interior, and then we can get it painted. So we'll wait for the oil to spill out. Okay, there's no point me testing it with the dipstick because it's going to be good. So engine wise we're good. I'm going to leave the bonnet. No, I don't need to leave it open, do I? So that's done. Alright. So now we need to move on to other things. So now suspension, brakes, wheels and all that stuff. So another time lapse as we strip all that off and get that sorted. So here we go. Okay, so that's all the running gear out. So now we're just going to put it on the bench and we'll get it repaired. So what I'm going to do is go onto the bench, repair everything, and then I'm going to anything that's not been repaired, I'm going to strip down. Not strip down. I'm going to get rid of and replace with brand new parts, and then I'll be back. See you in a second. Alright guys, so I have got all the parts needed for the running gear. I've also bought two different wheels. We've got the normal wheels here, which I have refurbished. I had to buy one more, but these are the standard ones. So if I don't use them, I'm going to store them. But I bought two other rims to try. I'm going to put one on the front wheel, one on the front, one on the back, so that we can see what they look like. The first one is, you can't see it up close, but we have this Rim Classic 09C, which is kind of a chromy black look, chrome and black. And then we have a Rim Viper. So this is going to go on the front, this is going to go on the back. I'll have a look at, see if I fancy either of them. If I don't, then we'll sell the rims, and we'll put the standard rims back on, going with the normal size tires. So I guess we're going to do a time lapse of me putting this car back together. So let's get started. I'll start on the back, I think, and I won't put the wheels on until I'm back in normal time. So I will see you shortly. Alright, so we have all the running gear on now, I think. Just going to check my inventory. Yeah. So, before we get the wheels on, let's get these final three parts in that I've been waiting to do. So, gearbox. Standard one, not performance. Starter motor. And finally, the drive shaft. All right, so we can bring the car down now, give us a better look from this height. So with the fronts, let's mount one of these wheels, test wheels, which is going to be this one, because that is the front size. Now the rear on this, oh look, it's Dodge Viper. Damn, didn't realize. The rear on this one has got the same profile. Even though it's a wider tire, the profile's the same, and I can only assume the reason for that is to make the rear of the car just maybe look a little bit higher, stand a little bit higher, perhaps. I didn't realize, of course, that Viper was a Dodge wheel. Yeah, you can see now, look how much lower the front tire is to the back. I don't know. Does it sit on the ground okay? Yeah, I won't know till I put the wheels on. Yeah, it'll probably sink into the ground. But you see the difference here? But this is how they came off the car, though. with the it can't be. I mean, they are slick tires, but that tire wall, the fact that they were that's a 285 and that's a 305. All right, so you've got what? You've got 2 centimeters difference, but the side wall profile's the same. So you're gonna get a you know, a higher wall than this one. They're both 19-inch. I didn't go for the slick tire with the writing on the side either. I don't think I like either of these wheels, guys. Especially the back one. So these are gonna come off. Now if I stick with the standard rims, now I'm unsure whether to leave them as alloy, do them in chrome, or paint them in black. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them on the car, and then once the car's painted, I'll make that decision. Alright, so let's split up these rims. I thought it might work, but it doesn't really. Guess I don't have an eye for it. And these rims weren't cheap, but I can afford to do it. So let's sell these rims. And let's put these together. Whoops. So these are just basically the rims that came off the car. Now, you can get Mustang rims in the shop. You can get actual Mustang rims. However, they look like the rims that came off the normal Mustang road car, where this is actually a race version, so you would expect a little bit sportier wheels on here. And maybe leaving them like this is the way to go. Got a backlog here. Right, I've got 2 wheels I have to balance now. I'll wait. It's crazy, isn't it? Because all the work I've done in this car, and it looks just like it did when it came into the shop. Except when you open the bonnet, you have a full-on engine, complete. All the running gear is brand new. Is that all of them? No, one more. Okay, so while that one's going, we'll go and do the rest. So what have I got? I have 2 rears and a front. Alright, let's get the rears in. Okay. We have a front. I think we can keep them this color, to be honest. I was going to mess around with black or chrome or something, or black chrome, but I think these are okay. If it's a race car, race cars are generally not blingy. They just have some decent alloy wheels on. They tend not to go too blingy on race cars. Yeah, you can see how much bigger the rear wheel is to the front. I thought it would look a bit odd. But let's drop the car. See if the rear wheel goes through the ground. Well, it sort of sits okay. Okay, so let's get the interior fixed, which is here. Going to move the equipment to lift a B. Now, has that sorted the interior fully? Yes. Car is now worth 165,000 with a 12,000 bonus. Not quite done yet though, as we need the welding gear. Move to car lifter B. This is going to cost me another grand. So any chassis repairs that needed doing are now done. So now the car's gone up to 166,000 now. Whoops, didn't see what I wanted to see. So global body condition 82. So there are parts we're going to need to take off and fix. So we better find out what they are. It's going to be this front bumper. See the scratches? That's your giveaway. But I'm going to take everything off anyway because I'm never 100% convinced or sure if there's going to be just a small portion of something missing. You know, not missing, but you know, missing in terms of its integrity. I think that's going to be it then, after we get these windows out on the side. Looks like these front wings are, oh, here we go. They're coming off. So that's the wing, just this little bit. Okay, headlights then. Does that splitter come off the bottom? I don't think so. I don't even think it's a proper splitter, but yeah, there she is, all exposed. Nice engine. And these are it's not an exhaust, it's a fuel tank. Right, so I think that's everything. So let's see what parts we have that are not quite up to spec. See that front window, look. It's quite a few bits we're going to have to replace. But let's see what I can fix first. According to look, achievement unlocked, bronze. According to this, I unlocked an achievement by fixing on the bench 1,000 parts, over 1,000 parts. Right, so what do we need? Anything that's not 100%. Okay, I'm gonna get these parts, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we've got all the parts. There's quite a few different parts you can buy as well for this, like tinted windows, tinted lights, rear and front, different trunks or boots, different hoods, that kind of stuff. But I've gone for pretty much exactly what was spec'd on the car in the first place. And I think I've added a nice little touch at the end. So let's get it all together and we will see. Actually, I didn't need to come in there. So we'll get the front window in, which is the performance window because it is the racing car. We got the racing hood with all the vents on it to vent the heat out. And then we got the door along with the window and the mirror. Okay, and then we'll get that while I can get, I just can't reach it from here. The left body window, let's get the rear window in. Yeah, you'll notice these blue stripes, they're going to turn up on the boot of this car as well. Well, they should have done. Because it was certainly in the, they were certainly in the picture. Let's have a look at the bumper on. Now, 2 license plates came off this, which you don't normally have on a race car. So I bought a pair, and it doesn't seem as though it wants them back. We'll have a look at that in a second, because they did come off the car, so why wouldn't they be able to go back on again? Weird. Unless they go under the rear bumper. Let's take it off. No, it's weird, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, racing cars don't have license plates on them unless you use them on the road afterwards, but proper racing cars never do, so kind of weird. There's pieces coming off this car, guys. I just took engine pieces off. Okay. So what have I got in my inventory now that I took off? Nothing? See, these license plates can go. I actually got some Texas plates with the license plate CHS1, which is Carroll Hall Shelby 1, to mark the guy who invented the Shelbys or was the founder. And Texas plates because he was not only born in Texas, but he died there too, so it kind of just was fitting to do that. But it's not letting me put the plates back on, so I don't know what to do there. Oh yeah, we got to fit those fender things on, so let's do that. And we'll go around here and see if we can get this one on as well. And that, if I go into normal mode, should be a complete car. See, this could be because of the issue with the license plates. It could just be that. But it's not letting me fit them on. If I go into assemble mode, it's not letting me fit them anywhere. So it's just going to have to stay there, and I'm going to have to get rid of. Well, I don't know. Maybe if I ever do another Shelby, because there are other Shelbys, so I might just put them into storage. Okay, so we have one final task, two final tasks. The first one is to paint the car. The second one is to put it on the dyno and then run it. So let's move this car to the paint shop. And I think I know where I'm going with this one. It's just going to be the standard Shelby colours because I think it deserves that. So the livery is going to be white stripes. But I'm just going to go with a, I know that's black, but I want to go with a kind of a very saturated. I do like that colour, guys. Oh my god, that looks good. With the black stripes, that looks amazing. I should keep it like that. What does it look like in pearlescent? Pearl. Even chameleon looks good. That looks too much. But all the chromes look too much in this paint booth. Guys, come on. Tell me that doesn't look nice. You see, my idea was to just do the blue with the white stripes, but maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. What goes better with this color though? The blue or the black stripes? Sorry. Sorry. The black or the white stripes? I think probably black. I don't know, something about this. There's something about this color I like. There's something about this color I like. Okay, so if I go to... See, even like a McLaren orange looks good, but this is kind of what the next car is going to look like. So we need to go with a proper on blue. But then... Actually, those red stripes on the side look really good. I haven't got the blue right. I can't make it go into the purple because that just looks silly. Yeah, so this would be your default Shelby. That's your default Shelby look. That looks nice, doesn't it, from the front? I might go with that green. I could argue it's too easy to go with this color. So if I go back to what I had, which I think was 84, and then the brightness was up around 69. Let's make that around 70. So I don't want to go green and I don't want to go yellow. I just want it to be right smack somewhere in the middle. But then I think it looks better on the Livery number 2. That would look good if the car was white. Yeah. But then this might suit black rims because of the black stripes. You know, because now you've got like a 3-color thing going on. You've got the alloy wheels, the black stripes. So maybe black wheels would have suited this. Whereas the proper Shelby color, the blue and the white, or even a white car with blue stripes, I don't even know if we're allowed to change the colors of the stripes. I don't think we can. I don't know what the idea of the purple stripes is, because it just looks weird. I mean, is that purple or is that actually blue, but just weird and like? Is that actually blue? You know, because I can't really tell. See, it does look purple. I don't like a fully bright white either. That looks a bit off. Something about there. Maybe a bit higher. Nah. Nope. Doesn't do it for me. Hi, Mr. Shelby. Oops. Okay, let's go standard blue then. I'm going to saturate this properly so we get a good blue. So I want to get a good proper blue color, blue shade, so that when we darken it, it does look that proper navy blue look. So you're getting there, but you don't want to go purple because it's so easy to just drift into that purple. It's so easy to just do that, and you really don't want to. Okay, I don't know if I've got the right shade. It might need to be a little darker. And as for the paint type, I suppose we'll go with metallic. Alright, let's just do it. Right, let's get her on the dyno. I can use the side door to get through. And there she is. Oh, the complete racer. I don't know if that blue's a little bit too dark. I don't think so. It's just because it is a dark room in here. I think we're okay with it. Alright, let's crank it up. So, factory figures on this. 493 and 446. I'm hoping to get... I don't know if I'll get 500 torque. I don't know if I'll get that far. I haven't really done that much to it. But horsepower, I want to break into the 500s. Shouldn't be too difficult to have gained another 7 horsepower. The exhaust alone should have done that. Maybe. Or got me nearly there. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. This is going to start winning some races. Alright, So I didn't go full blast. I didn't put performance cams. I didn't put performance pistons. This, you know, alternator isn't performance. You know, there's a few things I missed out. You know, I didn't, the engine heads, I didn't use performance ones of those. Otherwise, I probably could have got over 700 horsepower, maybe knocking even on the door of 800. I don't know. But this is a decent gain. Around 35% average for both. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's a good gain. So, next thing. What's the car worth again? 172,000 now, plus the restoration bonus. So that's going to give me 184, 85. What is it going to be? 185. And I picked this car up for, I don't know what money, to be honest. I don't know what it was. Right, let's get it on the drag strip. Yes. Drag, drag, drag. Good tribute to Carroll Shelby there. He wouldn't have minded me putting some extra power through this thing. Oh, the steering wheel needs a change. Oh, maybe that's what the overall body thing. Maybe the steering wheel doesn't count as interior. Okay, we'll change the steering wheel. In fact, it looks like it could do with a whole new steering wheel, like a different style. So there she is, guys, all done. 0 to 60 is going to be interesting. Whoa, jeez! Oh my God, that took off 2.6. Jeez, what have I done? Look at the exhausts. They're flaming. They've got blur coming out. They've got blur coming out. 180. I want to take this to 200 miles an hour. Oh, guys, I so want to do a 200 mile an hour car now, but that's going to mean taking the engine out and putting some performance parts in, like cams, or just putting a performance gearbox in and adjusting the ratios. Oh my God, that thing took off. I could probably make it hit 200, but then the 0 to 60 will be affected. That'll be slower because it'll just... But then I need a longer drag strip. This thing probably would hit 200. Shuck, did you see that take off? Let's do another one. Look at the way this took off from the line. I mean, it just... Let's see if we can get an interior. This thing just bolted away. It was crazy. Ah! Oh my God. That's a race car. Difference between a race car and a fast car. Oh my goodness, this thing is really going. 180, 185. Yeah. Given a long enough road, I think this would hit 200. Oh, jeez. Oh, mama. Yeah, she's quick. Oh, I didn't mean to do a restart. Damn. Okay. She gone. 2.6 seconds, 0 to 60. That is very quick. 0 to 100 miles an hour in 5.4. Come on, 190. Almost. It was still going though. I think this is a 200 mile an hour car. I do. Given enough road, I think it would do it. Whew. Yikes. That is serious. It's a good amount of boost, isn't it? Nice, just a little bit. As I said, you know, I didn't go all the way. Maybe I should have done. Maybe I should just replace the cams. and the engine heads. But no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it as it is. She's rapid. So 1 minute 21 is our best time round the track then. In the Nissan GTR. Oh, I need to replace that wheel. Can I do it from here? The seat looks okay. So let's go to steering wheel. And I don't know if we have any Ford kind of stuff, but they have to be racing. Like here, there's a Ford one. But what, does that say GT40 on it? Yeah, it's a GT40 wheel. It's not quite what we're after. We'll put this on, shall we? Hey, it's a Mustang wheel, what can I say? So I think we should just go with something more generic, but definitely a proper race wheel. Maybe even what I have now, I suppose, which is, I don't know which one mine is. I can't find it here. Is it this one? What wheel do we have? Steering wheel 8. Okay. This one. Okay. I'll get one. So we need to go to that and then that. Okay. So now is it 100? No. So it must be the seat. Flip. I don't know. Let's have a look at the condition of the seat. Yeah, it is. Seat. It's a seat from a Lotus Elise. I don't know whether I'm any good at upholstery. Let's find out if I can do upholstery. I can't. So the seat that I have is, it's a sport seat, and it's just seat Elise. So let's go with there's a 991 there. So it is this one. What the hell does that come out of? Seat Elise looks like it's really low to the ground, so I'm just looking for something like that. Maybe this Viper seat, or the one above, the Mercedes SLS seat. That kind of looks cool, doesn't it? That's an expensive chair. I don't care, let's get it. What the hell? Let's go nuts. So, right click, disassemble, right click, assemble. Yeah, man. Yep, I'm good with that. Okay, now we're going to sell steering wheel and the seat. Okay. Are you 100 now? You son of a bee. So what else? It's got to be the license plates. Oh, no, I'm not done, am I? No, I'm not quite done yet, guys. Have you noticed how far back you sit on this? That's real. In racing cars, you do sit back like that. It's like you're halfway between where the front seat should be and the rear seat should be. minute 21. Let's see what you can do. We'll use this orbit camera view. See, now we've got this warm sunny day, so we've got warm colors, so it makes the blue look different. But I think we've got it right. Ah! Not too much wheel spin, it's good. Wow, that turn 1 reminds me of Suzuka. So the time should count no matter what, how badly I drive. Oh, it's too much. It just, when it accelerated there, it just got out of control. I don't know why it veered to the left there. I wasn't steering at all. Okay. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. This car is easily capable of breaking the 121. It may do it. Well, it will, but look at all the hassle I went through. And it's still going to break the time. 118. 118, even with all that spin-offs. This car is very powerful. What its true time is, I'll never know, because using keyboard just is not good enough. And I can't do it with the controller. Anyway, there she is, so we're going to send her back to the garage, and she's going for sale now. And then we only have one car remaining. And I'm looking forward to doing the next one. McLaren F1 Le Mans. There's like a handful of them ever been built. Right, let's move this. We don't need to move it, I can just sell it, but let's move it anyway. Get it to garage entrance A, so that I have to walk the furthest. So there we have another car complete then. My first actual track car. Ready to go. I'm just wondering, if I had it 100% complete, how much extra? I think if I'm not sure, but I think if all the hundreds line up, your car value does go up by quite a chunk. But I'm pretty sure that global body thing, I mean, we've taken everything off the car and it's all 100%. There's nothing. Wait a minute. No, that's good. That's 100%. I wasn't sure whether I actually restored both mirrors. Let's have a look at this one. According to this. Okay, let's go back and back. No, that's 100% as well. If it is license plates, then it's kind of not fair, because how did they come off the car but not go back on? They came off with the bumper. But if I go to assemble mode by the bumper, there's nothing lights up to put the license plate on. You know, and if I hover around, there's nowhere that says license plate, even if it's hidden behind the bumper. And it can't be, because it wouldn't let me put the bumper on unless the plate was on, I don't think. So I'm not really sure what it thinks it's doing. Anyway, it's gonna go. See you later. So now I'm up 675, and we have this. So if I sold this right now, this car's worth nearly 600,000 as it is, in the condition it's in. So I imagine that if I can make this car just over $1 million, so that my total wealth will be 1,675,000, for example, then that means I'll have made 675,000 profit just on the 3 cars I did, and that ain't bad. This is the next project. There's nothing else in the shop. We are clear. As for phone calls, well, we've got a Porsche GT3RS 2019 version, twin turbo, very nice. A Lamborghini Murcielago that needs some new brakes. Brake system needs fixing. Maybe I can just do that. That can't take too long. Repair with minimal parts, condition 63. Yeah. Got 10 seconds on that one. Well, maybe do that. Just do the brakes. Oh, sugar. I knew this would happen. I mean, look, we've got some weird graphics texturing going on there. Okay, let's just say that the guy resprayed his car and he just likes patina. Has he got a full engine in there? Yeah, looks nice. So I'm just replacing the brakes then. Just the brakes. Nothing else. If I can repair things, I can repair them up to 80. As long as if I repair things and I don't 100% repair them, but I can repair them up to at least 83%, then I think the customer's happy, right? Yeah, we'll just do the brakes. Now let's get this moved onto the second car lifter, and we'll do that at some point. And then maybe we'll take a look at some old American cars, some older ones, or maybe some older European cars, whatever, just to do something a bit different. Right, I'm going to get this customer sorted, and then it's time to get to work on this iconic supercar. Until then, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that lovely stuff, so you'll be notified of my other videos. Until then, bye for now.